A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel. In this session, I'm talking to someone who is literally working on releasing the toxic feminine energy, the toxic karmic energy, the toxic narcissistic female feminine energy from their DNA. And what I'm gauging at right now is whosoever resonates with this, it could be a man, it could be a woman, but you are the person who has figured out, like, you have done so much inner work so far in your life that you have started recognizing the toxic traits of the feminine energy, the distorted feminine I'm talking about, okay? And you have realized that this is such a selfish energy, such a narcissistic energy, and such a heartbreaking energy, because no matter what you do for the toxic feminine, they are never happy, they are never satisfied, and they will never ever return the favor to you. Like, they want more. And forget about returning the favor, there is never a word of thanks also. My dear friends, this is the world of inner work. So if you are here right now, you call yourself to this content, and this is a channeled message, a collective message, where you are using me as a tool to go through something that you yourself are a match to, and you needed a medium to communicate with you to do so. So whosoever I'm channeling has also understood that distorted feminine energy can manifest in many different ways, including feelings of powerlessness, anxiety, and low self-esteem. So when a person is able to recognize this energy in them, they will experience a sense of relief and empowerment. But this channeling is also about releasing those people or those behavior patterns from your life that come in the form of people who are sucking out your energy or making you feel unworthy all the time. So what I was shown is, I saw one person sitting with their mother. In that vision, I saw that the mother was constantly talking about how many things the mother has to do for herself, and the whole conversation was surrounded around the mother only. And the mother was only speaking about materialistic things, her image in the public or wherever. At that point in time, the person that I was shown, I was actually not shown whether it was a male body or female body, but I could look through their eyes. So I was shown that this person is actually going through something, and they tried to speak with their mother 2-3 times about some problem that they were going through. And this person told the mother very specifically that, hey, I need your help with this, or I need you to tell me about something. And I was clearly told that in that particular situation, there was no requirement of money, there was no requirement of any materialistic thing for that matter. It was just some kind of advice or some kind of motivation they needed. And it was just like a 5-minute thing that the mother could have done and gotten away with it or gotten done with it, because obviously for the mother it really doesn't matter what the child wants. And this is the child who's an adult right now, who is also going through this phase of ascension where they are releasing one of their biggest problematic energy, which is the karmic feminine or the karmic distorted feminine energy, which they have realized has been creating a lot of havoc in their life on an on and off basis. Which means that for some time they have self-awareness, which leads to independence, which leads to them doing a lot of great things. But as soon as they hang out with their family members, with their relatives, with their very close people who are close because of the relationship, not because of how they feel inside, because of the biological or materialistic relationship, those people are close. So when this person realizes, and I'm not saying that this person is thankless or they are not happy about doing the inner work via these people or because of these people, but it's high time that they actually release the attachment they have, and the need to please their family members, because they've been realizing in the last few days of few months actually, deeply, very deeply, that they also do a lot of things to please them. They will leave their work behind, or they will leave their commitments behind, or they will even be in bad health or some bad emotional state, but they will still go out all out they'll make plans, they'll do a lot of things, a lot of good things, but the family members, the proxy siblings, the narcissistic parents, they don't care. But they always say something or the other which is so negative, which is so mean. And that particular statement or that particular dialogue or that particular conversation may be very selfish, like it's always for them, it's never a combined thing. And this doesn't mean that the person I'm channeling is always saying, what about me, what about me. In fact, this person is an empath, so the empaths usually have a problem saying what about me. So they feel that every time they hang out and they have conversations which are very selfish, which degrade them, they feel that they lose their confidence. When someone releases the distorted feminine energy, they feel more confident and capable. They're able to make decisions and they're able to take actions also. Because a lot of times you need to take that particular action, which is very much inspired action. Usually the same person would want to take an inspired action, but it would take them a lot of effort, a lot of trouble. There would be a lot of sadness. They would have to do a lot of decluttering. They'll have to go through multiple processes and they might fall sick in between. But now after they release this type of energy, they can do these things with greater ease, which means they can be themselves without any codependency or need of validation or emotional validation is the right word, but also emotional support. Because many a times it happens that the things they want to do, they need someone to say, yeah, you can do it, or you're doing fine, or it's okay. But they get the opposite of it, that are you okay, you should not be doing this, it's not the right thing to do, or no one in our family has done it, no one can do it. And when it comes to their own benefit, like they know. So this person that I'm channeling has also been able to figure out that their parents, or their specifically the mother was shown to me again and again, is very smart. Like whenever the mother wants something to be done, she will praise those things that she knows this person likes. For example, if you like birds, this is just an example. Otherwise, she won't care about you liking birds, or you taking care of birds, or you being around birds, or you going out and rescuing some birds, or you doing some kind of work or project at a sanctuary, at a bird sanctuary. Otherwise, she has no thought about it. However, when she wants some work to be done, then she will say, oh, I love your birds. Your birds are so nice. Your birds are so adorable. You are doing great with the birds. You must help the birds. So it almost comes like a shock and surprise at the same time. But the person who's doing inner work has now realized that this particular adult is always praising them or appreciating them when they need some of their job to be get done. So this kind of clarity they've received. So a lot of things they've realized, some very negative habit patterns are there. So it's not only about blaming the narcissistic parent or the proxy sibling or the narcissistic partner. It's not like blaming the world outwardly, but it's also looking for, like a detective, looking for places where they can make changes. And one of these things that they've realized, that they need to keep renewing their energy, but every time they hang out with these people and they listen to their talks, it's like their talks are so low vibe, so 3D, that even if they hang out too much with them, maybe they can hang out with them for an hour, half an hour, 40 minutes, do some small talk, eat the food and leave. That is the only thing they can do. And this is what they've realized, that every time they hang out with them, or every time they talk to them about anything, every time they try to build in a nice atmosphere or environment, something from the past is brought up, or some negative discussion takes place, or some very heavy duty energy is it just exists over there. And no matter how nice they are to these people, they will always give them something mean in return, because it's a materialistic world. They cannot respect this person. Please understand, the one that I'm channeling feels that no matter what they do, no matter how much they try, they don't get the respect they deserve. And in order to fit in with them, and in order to be liked by them, or in order to even give them the love, because they don't want to receive the spiritual love or the actual love, they just want the materialistic love. In plain simple words, I'm saying this. So in order to even give them the love, they have to be pleased, they have to be convinced, They have to be convinced so much every time that all of the energy is gone. All of the positive energy, all the energy that they had created in all these days, they may have done inner work, they may have sat down with themselves, they may have clarified certain things, they may have just been feeling very independent. All of this goes down into the drain as soon as they hang out with these people. So this person has realized that I need to cut the cord, and it could be possible that even God or destiny is doing some things, they are moving some things around for them, they are making certain things come to fruition, which is also probably creating a physical distance between these people, like the proxy siblings or the proxy uncle aunties who act like the narcissistic adult or parent they've been raised by. Say if they have a parent who's crossed over already, but still they think about the parent a lot, and they keep thinking about all the bad things they've gone through. Like maybe they got beaten up a lot, or maybe they were abused a lot, or maybe they were just treated in a certain way which they never liked. So this child who's now an adult needs to release those people also who have crossed over but still have a great impact in their day-to-day living situations. I am being shown a person, and this person is obviously representing the collective. This person is telling me that I am ready to let go of these people. Please help me out. And they're saying this to God. They're saying it to God because they feel that their energy needs to go into something right, something they love, something they enjoy, something that matters to them. What's very interesting to me in this channeling is that this person has been going through a lot of shifts in their life, and they are moving towards greater self-awareness, inner peace, and a sense of empowerment. But they don't want to get pulled down, because every time they try to do something big, or every time they are close to their destiny, the distorted feminine energy pulls them down and makes them lazy, makes them sad, makes them codependent. And this person does not like any of these feelings, because they feel vibrationally they've never been a match to these feelings. But it's the programming, it's the words that they've been hearing, or it's the things that they've gone through. And maybe they would have continued to please these people for the rest of their lives, but it was probably some grace of God. This is how they feel. This is some grace of God that they got to see the real faces, and most probably this happened because of their root chakra going out of alignment or balance, which was also predestined, which was also part of the plan. Because as soon as these things happened, they met either with a false twin flame, they met with a catalyst, or they met with a so-called twin flame. Something happened, they fell into a relationship which was deeply, very, very toxic, very, very damaging. It was a lot, went into that person's energy aura. So they could not do anything. They got burned out. When you get burned out, when anyone gets burned out, the first thing they stop doing is they cannot make money, or their relationship with money becomes a bit warped. So after that happened, I'm not talking about, generally getting broke and all that. I mean, that is a normal thing. A lot of people go through it. There are some times where you have money, sometimes you don't, but there are other things to balance it out, right? But I'm talking about the time when you were not doing anything, you didn't have any money. For those people who are still in that energy, who are still financially struggling a lot, you need to understand that maybe you're listening to this channeling session also to help you in your future endeavors, but at the moment also, because this happens in phases and cycles. Releasing of the distorted feminine energy happens in phases and cycles. So it could be very much possible that you could be in your first phase as well as some other person being in their final stages. So you may come back again and listen to this channeling after a year, after 6 months, after a month, and you're gonna get the same drive to actually do the work that is needed to clear this energy, which is not only manifesting in your physical reality, but it's also creating a lot of anxiety and low self-esteem. Low self-esteem equals to feeling unworthy. And feeling unworthy, okay, for somebody who, you think about it and you feel, okay, there are lots of things that don't match up with that person, and there are other things also. Sometimes you should not be worthy for bad people also. So you feel, no, this person is not worthy for me, or I am not worthy for this particular situation or proposition, or I'm not good enough for this, or I'm not a match of this. I mean, change in language will also be very visible in your life. But feeling low self-esteem, even for the things that you deserve, even for the things that are naturally aligned for you or naturally meant for you, is the part which needs to be healed. So this is where I'm going to close this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I wish you luck, all those people who are trying to release this, because this will give you increased self-awareness. It will give you a lot of clarity, confidence, inner peace, and your energy will get renewed. So it is a challenging journey to release the distorted feminine energy, but ultimately once it happens, then it can lead to a lot of empowerment and a lot of changes in your life. And you can also work with me, and you can take a therapy where we release the third party blocks which are in the form of karmic energy, and also we can heal the narcissistic abuse pattern. So all the details are mentioned in the description box, and you can write to me at the sunamoon@gmail.com, or you can also DM me on my Instagram account. You can look up for the Sunamoon energy. Please do not share twin flame journey in advance with me, and once you're 100% sure, then you can write to me. Please go through all the details which are mentioned below right under the video. And I will see you soon in another one. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.